Do you want to understand why you react the way you do? Do you want to have a more calm and grounded response to stress? Do you want to reach self-love not because you're forcing it, but because you genuinely accept yourself? You will be amazed to see how much more connected, wise, authentic, and grounded you will feel after doing some self-discovery work with shadow work. And today I'm willing to share some shadow work secrets that I use in my therapy room. Hi, my name is Daniela. I am a licensed therapist and I make videos about mental health, personal development, and anything relevant that I feel like it could be appropriate to share here on YouTube. I like to keep my videos very raw, very honest, and very practical, so you can leave this video with something to do, with a tool to use. In today's episode, I want to tell you about how to do shadow work. What is the process that is used when we do shadow work? I have shared some fragments of content on how to unlock your shadow. So what are the activities and things that you can do to begin to do shadow work, and also how to define your shadow. I have 2 videos so far, I believe. I also have shared a worksheet that walks you through the definition of your shadow, and it helps you pinpoint these concepts with the help of prompts and also helpful definitions. So you can check those out because they're very helpful, but there's actually a fundamental process to the shadow work. So I'm going to be sharing my 3-phase method to do shadow work. This is a powerful technique that I use with my clients in therapy to help them integrate their shadow and live more fulfilling lives. Phase number 1, understanding the outer world. During this phase, I encourage my clients to become more conscious and familiar with their physical environment, their physical body, and the conscious part of their psyche. Your environment. Start paying attention to the places where you spend most of your day. Think about how they look, how they impact your mood, what bothers you about them, and what gives you peace. Consider how your body reacts to these environments. Your physical body. Reflect on how you feel throughout the day. Take note of things that give you a headache, that make you tense up your muscles, that affect your breathing, that affect your mood. Think about your actions and how they change throughout the day. Your psyche. This is another complex topic that I should cover in a whole video because there's so much to explain. But for now, I would like you to focus on your social mask, which is the way in which you present yourself to others, your ego, your emotional reactivity, and everything that you can easily see and observe about yourself. Think about your most conscious thoughts, your most accessible thoughts, the way you dress, the way you act, the way you look when you look at yourself in the mirror, the way you speak to people. Note that understanding the outer world is not something that you're going to discover just in one sitting. With my clients in therapy, I can easily take a whole month to cover this phase. And something else I make you aware of is that for information to stay in your conscious mind, there needs to be some active brain work. So I always say in all of my videos, get a journal and write things down. The whole point with shadow work is to bring the unconscious to the conscious mind. And to know that something is in your conscious mind, 3 things need to happen. You need to be aware of it, you need to be able to focus on it, and you need to be able to reflect on it. And writing something down gives you the ability to revisit it, to reflect on it, to focus on it. So that's why I always tell you, write it down. You need to put your cerebral cortex and thalamus to work. And you do that by integrating information from your senses and memories, putting it on paper, and using it to inform self-discovery. Don't be lazy. Get your pen and paper, please. Phase 2 is all about understanding the inner world. Here's where things get more interesting with shadow work, because during this phase, you're going to delve into the inner parts of your psyche. So that means that you're going to start tackling the unconscious mind. You're going to radically undress your personal unconscious, collective unconscious, hidden fears and desires, archetypes, shadow, personal demons, emotional baggage, inner critic, the ego, the inner child, the golden shadow, the anima, the animus, repressed trauma, and unresolved events. And how do you undress all of these people, all of these characters? I have talked about some techniques that you can do in previous videos, so I'll put the videos in the description below, but also know that these are all of the things that you can do about it. Phase 3, the integration process. So this is the phase where you begin to integrate the information that you discovered in phase 1 and 2, and you make it part of your physical reality. So again, in the previous phases, we were unlocking, understanding, accepting all of these things about us. And in this phase, we begin to own all of those aspects of us, and we begin to embody them into action. Let me give you an example, because I feel like this is sometimes a little bit difficult to grasp. But let's say that in phase 2, you were exploring the inner critic, and you realize that you have a big mind bully. A mind bully that has a history and a purpose and reasons to why it got to this place. But now in phase 3, you're going to reach a level of understanding, self-forgiveness, and self-acceptance that sounds like this. Yes, I have had a long history with a mind bully that told me I'm stupid, I'm worthless. I won't deny that I have suffered a lot from this self-deprecating talk. So the way that this is framed, it sounds like there is ownership and self-compassion towards this self-deprecating voice you've been dealing with for so many years. Once you do this, once you have brought this information into your awareness, then you're going to know when that part of you is triggered in the social world. And you may take a more compassionate and grounded approach. You're going to stop acting out of habit, and you're going to start acting out of consciousness. So I just provided you an example about the inner critic, but you must do this with all of those characters I mentioned before. The overall result that you want to reach is transmutation, which is the process of transforming negative feelings, experiences, and emotions into positive energy and growth. When you reach that level of emotional alchemy, you will no longer be afraid of setting boundaries, being authentic, speaking your truth, and really being who you really are inside. You won't have to manipulate situations anymore for them to work on your favor, and you will say what you need to say with confidence, wisdom, and authenticity. There are many benefits in integrating your shadow, and I can go on, but I just want to tell you today that people that do shadow work feel much more liberated from social pressure to be perfect, and also from our own demons. I hope that this 3-phase method helps you understand how the process of shadow work goes. If you have questions, ask. If you like this content, please show some support by liking this video and subscribing to my channel so other people can also reach this type of content. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon in another video.